Why, thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me to hear you say that.
I'm so happy for you.
There have been reports around the office that you have been talking baby talk.
Why would people say that?
Well, I have it on good authority that you said the following. You read that back to me?
Andy have a boo-boo tummy.
He calls turtles shell beavers.
Well, that's what they should be called.
They're green. Beavers are brown.
Definitely, we've had this argument. We've agreed to now talk about it in front of us.
But you...
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
We're going to take a quick time out from talking sports to talk about this other stuff first. Dan, we're getting close to the play. What's going on with the play, buddy? Let's not throw it at the end where I forget to bring it up. Studio 55, Old People 55. It says something 55.
Theater55.org.
Okay.
Sweeney Todd.
All right.
We just had a good discussion about this last week, or last night, I should say, about we're one of the only theater groups in the country that are actually putting on like real theater productions for elders that are the elders doing the acting. Every other group that's out there is all about doing things like maybe like a little community center review show or something, which is, again, those are fantastic. But this is the real thing, but we're real people getting paid to do it. And that's, so it's a lot of fun.
Old people doing old people. Let's go. I'm done with the kids in those younger generations. Do we need to keep coddling them? Yeah, I love that.
Well, it'll be
show them how it's done.
Theater.
So Sweeney Todd, when is it again? Again, I keep stepping on you here. I'm sorry.
Oh, October 3rd. October 3rd is when we open, and we're going through, I believe, the 19th, so it's the 3 weekends, starting October 3rd at the Gremlin Theater in St. Paul. It will be fantastic. It's coming along quite nicely.
Super. Now we have
I'm
one
very excited about it.
almost announcement to make, which we don't want to jinx anything, but by not bringing it up, we might be jinxing it as well, so we're stuck in a jinx fog. Do we bring it? John, do you have anything you don't want to tell us?
That I've been cast, although I auditioned for something last Sunday, and I expect to hear sometime today about the effect of that audition, the results of that audition.
Fantastic. We'll keep everybody posted here. Yeah, I'm very glad you're back on the pony. I'm glad you're back in the game. However this works out, you're back on it. I think that's fantastic. We'll talk.
The audition was a blast. I hadn't done that in a while, and I was asked to read for a part I didn't think I would be. I myself didn't see myself doing, so that was an added plus.
Not to give it away, but is this old people theater as well, or is this like everybody gets involved theater?
Everybody gets involved.
Fair enough. All right. Just you're up against some young bucks then, that's all I'm saying. All right, good. Keep us posted, both of you. We got to talk Minnesota Vikings. I mean, it's coming up. We got a big game, but before we get to them, I want you to do some prognostications for me. Green Bay is at Cleveland, 7.5-point favorites. There's not a lot going on in Cleveland. This is another win for Green Bay. Am I correct? Oh, your shaking heads doesn't work at radio. All right. Dan, you taking Green Bay? All right.
Yeah, I am, unfortunately.
So then we go down to Chicago is hosting Dallas. They have Dallas with just 1.5. But I think Chicago sucks. And I thought Dallas played pretty well to win their ball game last week. I'm taking Dallas, I think, by probably 10. Anybody?
I think
going
that's...
the opposite.
Oh, go ahead.
Good. No, I'll say I'm going the opposite. I think that the online buzz is all about Dallas, and that I think the Bears are actually going to hold them down pretty well. The Cowboys are not a good team. The Cowboys are also a bad team. So I think the Bears are actually going to outright win it, and it might not be terribly close. I mean, I'm not talking like a 17-point win, but I think it could be 7 to 10 points. Yeah.
Okay, John, he is the exact opposite of where I'm at. Bust our little tie here, will you please?
I'm going to kind of parse down the middle here. I'm going to give the edge to Dallas, but I'm going to call it a close game. Like maybe a field goal at the end to be the difference. Chicago's offense is a mess, and their defense might keep it low scoring because, as Dan said, Dallas is not a great team, but I think they'll edge it out.
All right. One thing before we get to the Viking game, you say a field goal might get it. Has anybody else noticed the length of field goals this year already? The numbers. Remember when the guy who had the half foot? This is what I remember when I was like in 8th grade. Some guy had like a half foot club shoe thing, hit like a 60-yarder. I was like, oh, that'll never be broke. You remember who was that?
Dempsey.
Yeah.
Dempsey. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we remembered 63 yards for so long. 63 yards.
No, my God. And that had to have been cheating because he had that square-toed shoe thing, and it was like a thing.
Yeah. People were saying, well, why don't they just stop there every game and kick it?
Yeah. So now it's like everybody's got somebody who can kick it. Is this amazing? Has anybody just noticed we're seeing kicks that are like, you got to be kidding me?
I think it's a result of focus on that position and guys coming up training specifically to do that.
Well, I think there are all these soccer kids, too. There are many more people growing up kicking the ball really hard than when we grew up because I don't want to be a punter. I don't want to be a kicker. Now there's money in it. It's time to kick. It's time to punt. All right.
And let's go. Say analytics.
Yeah, you love that
analytics
crap.
To understand how to just position the feet, the angle of the hips. I mean, things like that. Yeah, we've learned a lot from that. So,
I do say this. And I changed my mind on this recently because they had a big story. I was trying to read about this. She was a lovely gal. I think it was on ESPN. They had a picture of her, how she's like the #1 football an analyst from the sideline gal. And I'm like, I've never heard of her. Well, they're talking soccer. I'm like, oh, my goodness. Here, let's give the word football to soccer. They can be football because they do kick the ball much more than we do. We can do something. Let's find something else because I read this whole story, found out I was reading about a soccer gal I'll never understand. Can we can give that up, Ken? But let's come up with a word for it. Not handball, but weird shaped ball. We'll figure something out, but we can give them football because I don't. Okay. Go with me. Minnesota Vikings, you're going to have to make your picks. We are at home. They're giving us 2.5 points, which is less than the field goal you get just for being at home. But it might be because we've only played 1 quarter out of 8 so far. John, you get to be the first pick. Minnesota or Cincinnati?
Oh, boy. I'm going to be a realist and say it's going to be Cincinnati.
That makes me mad.
By a touchdown.
Mad Al. Dan, don't go with him on this.
No, I'm mostly shocked by the over-under. I thought like 41.5 or something like that. And I thought that's...
Yeah, 41.5.
I think that's really low. I think it's going to be like a 31-27 type of game.
No way.
But, yep.
I think they have a terrible defense, but I think we have a very good defense. I think this thing is going to be a blowout one way, and I think Minnesota might just be it.
We have a very good pass rush that has not been all that strong this year so far. And the defensive backs have been exploited. They're kind of the all or nothing type of play. And I think, what's his name, Browning? I think their backup has the likelihood of being stronger. But regardless, all of this, I'm still picking the Vikings to win. But I think it's going to be more on. I think it's going to be more due to the legs of Mason. I think Mason is going to have a breakout.
Oh, all right. I'm looking at. I'm going somewhere 24-20, 24-17. I do think Minnesota wins, but okay. Thank you, Dan. I was really getting mad and thinking I got to get rid of the guys at the end of the bench if they're going to talk like this all year long. Okay. You're still in the squad. Let's go to break.
Injuries are piling up, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. I want to talk. I'm going to throw it out to you. The Minnesota Lynx, of course, won their ball game. They're moving on. And Elena Smith got co-defensive player of the year with A's Aja Wilson, if I'm pronouncing that, Aja Wilson, co-defensive player of the year. How upsetting is it that this organization, the WM, could not find a tiebreaker of some side to give it to them? What's going to happen here is some of you are going to say, you know what? All the girls on that team deserve it. It's a 5-person defense. If you can't, we're going to talk about it on the other side. It really offends me. I don't know if it's ever happened in a pro sport, a men's pro sport. They decide who's going to win and who's not. When do you co-defensive player anything? And I found out the reason why. I'll do the math for you. They have an even number of people who vote for it.
Yes.
And not enough That's my thing.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it on the other side because I'm like, well, you saw that problem coming at some point. I mean, anyway, we'll talk after this.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others to restore trust, respect, and goodwill in politics. We seek not to eliminate our differences, but rather deal with them head on, with respect and understanding. We do not try to change people's views, but how they view the other side. There will always be differences. Braver Angels Minnesota believes the best way forward is to change how we deal with those differences. Join the civil conversation at mn.braverangels.org.
Achieving your financial goals requires individual planning and a comprehensive approach. At Midwest Money Management, our mission is to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Learn more at MidwestMoneyManagement.com. That's MidwestMoneyManagement.com.
Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Inc., Midwest Money Management, and JW Cole Financial Inc. and JW Cole Advisors Inc. are unaffiliated entities.
September 24th is Suicide Prevention on the Air Day in Minnesota. Every dollar raised supports SAVE, Suicide Awareness Voices of Education, providing education, advocacy, and programs that save lives. And on September 24th, your gift will go twice as far because every donation will be matched dollar for dollar. Visit save.org to see our work, learn how you can help, and donate. Remember, September 24th, because every voice can save a life.
As in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
The sexist Al Travis Show, because this, in my opinion, is what's going to be wrong. And here's why. I know that, like, Jokic should have got the Player of the Year MVP more times than he has, but they get this point where he's already run it a couple times to give it to others. It gives us the ability to argue that, which I like. Here, 72 media members vote on this. 29 each voted these two gals' ways to give the Defensive Player of the Year. So evidently 14 other voted some way. They should have went back and say, okay, it's between these two. You know, the rest of you figure this thing out. Wouldn't you rather, and this, I don't know this A'ja Wilson gal very well, but she's won 3 of the last 4, so there's kind of a momentum thing. She gets to 5, she's tied, but she's at 3.5 now. How does that even, you know what I'm saying? You're an analyst, Dan. We have to battle this out. Shouldn't we battle it out and pick a winner?
I just don't think it works that way, and I don't think it works that way in any sport. Just doing kind of the check here to see. Oh yeah, it's been. Let's see. Brett Favre and Barry Sanders were co-MVPs of the NFL.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that 35 years ago?
1997, 2003. Peyton Manning and Steve McNair. Let's see. This one I remember. Keith Hernandez and Willie Stargell in 1979. I remember that because I was a big Pirates fan.
No, people are gasping. This is the one you remember. 1979. Oh my God!
Because I was a Pirate.
Half the population was not born yet. Okay.
And I was all about Willie Stargell was the leader of the.
Okay, so it has happened before.
Listeners are going to Google on their phone and going Willie Stargell.
But let's go with this. It's not normal. It's not good for the sport.
No.
So can we find a way around it? Don't have even numbers. That would help. Go ahead, John. I want your opinion on it.
Rank choice voting. In other words.
So no one knows what anybody voted for.
Well, no, but if let's say Smith has more second place votes than Wilson, that gives her the edge.
Sure. So you just come up with a tiebreaker. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But it's just.
But don't go back. Don't go back.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. Okay. I'm big sexist comment. I'm glad you found men that did the same thing in their sports. Still makes it wrong. 1979. Dan, half the planet was not born when you quoted that timing there. 79.
Doesn't matter. They're irrelevant.
Okay.
You want even...
Other topics. I want to get to Gophers. You guys thought if they'll win or not. But before we get to that, let's talk the Wild real quick. I don't know what to say, but that Kaprizov, he says it's not his job right now to worry about his contract. He's got people for that. He turned down the richest NFL contract, or NHL contract, in NHL history. Can you say guy doesn't want to work here? My gosh.
Well, what I'm wondering is, did his agent turn that down or tell him to turn it down? Because his line now says, I can't focus on that or talk about that. That sounds like something an agent would tell you to say. If they ask you about it, this is how you respond.
Dan, come on, some realization here.
I think they're going to make it. They're going to make a deal.
I'm less confident. I am not in the camp of, this is clearly a guy that doesn't want to play here yet. I'm not there, but I think it is I think it is a situation where he's saying, it's. I really am interested in I'm interested in seeing what the market will give me. So make it better, but you have to bring me something just out. You have to bring me something beyond believability before I'll decide not to even test the market. I think that's so it's playing hardball. Yeah,
you're an NHL guys. I'm not. I don't know how many teams have the money, and I don't know about caps and stuff. How many other teams can offer you the most money ever in the history of a contract? Is there that many that are available to even play that game?
There's
I don't
enough.
know. Okay, well,
there's probably enough in the big markets, but I think the seeker will be an incentive-laden contract, like something along the lines of what they did with Buxton, where there's big bonuses that kick in if you get so many points, if you get so many goals, if you're named MVP or your top 3 MVP, those things.
All right. Well, we'll have to see. All right. Let's go with quiz. Rutgers is, we are at home against Rutgers, the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. I think we saw who we were last week. I don't know Rutgers well enough to put any money on it.
Well, they're off this week. They're not playing this week, right?
Oh, that's the 27th. Oh, you are correct, John. Thank you. I'm sorry. That is my bad. Good. A break right after the humiliating loss. That'll help.
Yeah, we get to let it soak in for another week.
I tell you what, you want to see how bad, Rutgers, I have no idea. But when Ohio State comes to town, watch out. Or we're playing in Ohio State. It's going to be brutal. Guys, I'm out of time. I love having you on the program. I appreciate you both. Todd Sweeney, the Murderers Todd Sweeney. When is that again? October 3rd?
Sweeney Todd, October 3rd, starting October 3rd for 3 weekends.
And I presume when you get back, John, we'll know one way or the other. We can celebrate if you did something you wanted to do. Or
text you guys later today, win or lose.
I was going to ask.
Do that. We'll break it on the air on Monday.
All right. Allow you to do that.
Appreciate you guys. John and Dan, the guys at the end of the bench on the Al Travis Show.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something